learn a lot about this stone because even our savvy gem gal at home knows nothing about this.
Yes.
Unless somehow someone told her and she went and searched online. So as you mentioned, initially the assessment on this was maybe it's opal, maybe it's chrysoprase, but this aquaprase, technically meaning blue of the sea and green coming together, you'll see what that means in this stone, because what I shared with you earlier was, you can tell me it's the newest gemstone on earth, and that really doesn't mean much to me if it's not beautiful.
And on top of that, it's natural. It's 100% natural. It's extremely durable. And it reminds you of the elements. Well, it has the fire in the terms of the beauty, but it's got the water, the air, you know, it's got the earth, it's got everything going for it. And it basically fits the times right now because everybody wants to have something that's very organic, something very natural, and something very durable. And a lot of the gems that are found with these colors, they tend to be very soft. And this one is actually exceptionally hard. And it's something that you can pass on for generations and generations without any issues.
Isn't it remarkable that it is so generous and hefty and still holds so much beauty inside of it? We're going to start with the oval cut aquaprase and diamond ring. Now, when you see these diamonds, friends, you're going to notice that some of them are a white diamond and some of them are more of like a mocha color. We have fewer than 100, and I should warn you now, we will be counting down every item in the show. This is a very rare stone, and we don't have many of these to go around, so forgive if I'm immediately telling you we only have this available, this available. 18-month interest-free special financing, set in solid 14-karat rose gold, and already in its launch, initially $302 off. Okay, so here's where we really get to dive in and explore, if you will, a little bit more about aquaprase. I love that I'm looking at, almost reminds me of like drone shots over water, and
absolutely.
You see the beach coming out.
And it could remind you of an island. It could remind you of something that's happening in the Bahamas. It reminds you of something at the Aegean Sea. Basically, it takes you to the locations when you're looking at it, and it really calms you down. The colors are very calming color. It's not exactly a yellow-green. It's not a, too blue. It's one of those gemstones that's got the translucency, and it's also got that really calming color that, that reminds you of nature.
I want to know a little bit more about the first moment you saw this stone. And I mean, obviously you've been doing this for many, many years.
35 years.
35 years. How many countries have you been to?
When I went to the Russian embassy and applied for a visa, the ambassador came out because I had to go right in the back on the sides and everything else. So
oh my God.
he couldn't believe it. And
I'm going to need more pages.
Actually very good friends.
Are
today.
you now?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, so gives you a little idea of just how well explored our Gem Explorer is. But what was this moment like after all those years, so many places? In your head, I imagine you're going, it's not this stone, it's not this, like you're clicking through.
That's it. I mean, I don't say this with arrogance, I say it with confidence, but when you've seen, millions of stones and traveled, literally hundreds of countries, when you see something that doesn't fit into the Google thing, that, there's no answer to it, basically, you're in a puzzle. And that's exactly the puzzle. And then everybody kept saying it was chrysoprase or it was opal, and the heft wasn't the same, and the color wasn't the chrysoprase color. And I said to myself, this is something different. And I've never seen these beautiful patterns.
No. And so now then, as we move into the world of, okay, let's share this with the women and men who are going to love this so much, how do we honor the stone in jewelry so that it lifts up and allows you to appreciate the beauty without overtaking it, like that was probably part of your conversation when you're deciding who to go with to create this into jewelry. You don't want it to become something tacky or distracting.
No. Well, actually, it's been used by some of the biggest French brands now, and I have to say that it's gone from something that nobody expected it to go to something that I had people from Paris sending me messages, jumping up and down, saying that they saw it in one of the showcases in Paris. I was like, wow, that's big time.
Well, and we have to appreciate, too, that you're bringing it to QVC because, I mean, here you have a treasure that no one's seen before. I'm sure immediately there are billionaires and royalty who are going, hi, we'd love to have like every single one that you own to create it into jewelry. And that's how you're going to feel when you get it home, right? What a great conversation piece when you're wearing it and somebody goes, what is that? Because I have to tell you, having seen so many of the stones here at QVC, I can't even really think of one that it mimics or like it. It doesn't fit.
And also, when you said about being a QVC, I've been actually an activist for human rights for kids for many, many years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And this was the first time that I actually came to the U.S. It's actually a very big honor for me. So now it's a great opportunity for us to showcase this stone.
Remarkable. And I know at home, like for those who are purchasing it and they're really excited, I know from remembering when I first joined the QVC family how embracing and welcoming everybody is, both in the building and beyond. I saw you with Peyton out on the set earlier.
That's
He
right.
was showing you the ropes of all the cameras and
He's
everything.
great, by the way.
Isn't he great?
Yeah, he's an old timer in terms of it's been
well, I was
20 years.
I introduced Peyton to Yanni as the OG Indiana Jones of
Yes,
jewelry, right?
yes.
You know, and it's really great to hear everyone's stories. So as a reminder, all that you see laced around are genuine diamonds. Talk to me for a moment about choosing the different colors of diamonds as opposed to just the white.
Well, this gem actually fits the colored diamonds really, really well. Even the any shade of diamond would fit, because if you look at the stone itself, it's got so many shades of nature. So you could literally take diamonds which are multicolored, not even matching, and it looks even better. So,
Gosh, such a treasure.
the colored diamonds really tend to fit the Aquaprase really well, just because it's got those earthy tones in it. And again, the great thing about Aquaprase, unlike other gems, and I've seen them all, is that it comes from one pit. It doesn't come from 5 different locations or 50 different locations.
You're the first person I've ever heard who referenced it as, like we'll say tanzanite comes from one mine, Sleeping Beauty comes from one mine.
Yeah.
And Yanni says, no, this comes from one pit.
Yeah.
Which is
There's a difference.
very small. Yeah, there's a
difference.
difference.
There's a difference.
It is a literal buried treasure. I mean, I'm just so fascinated by the story, but like I said before, if it was a buried treasure and it was not a pretty stone, only geologists would get excited.
Right, that's right.
But us gals who love our jewelry, we're thrilled for this. We have fewer than 5 dozen remaining. So 5 easy payments. By the way, if you're shopping with your Q card, that breaks down to about $67 per month. So we're just a few minutes away.